Welcome to the meeting of Bryan City Council for Monday, July 17th. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
welcome everyone. We'll start off our agenda with the approval of the minutes for the June 20th meeting.
So moved.
I'll second.
John?
Yep.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes. Next item is hearing and public concerns. Anyone need to come forward?
Sure. Just up here?
Yeah, please come to the microphone.
Yeah, all right. Long-time resident, first time city council meeting here.
Please state your name and your address, please.
All right, my name is Caleb Weber. My address is 706 Center Ridge Road, right here in Bryan, Ohio. So first thing, I'll keep it quick, is a safety concern on Downing Drive. People attain incredible rates of speed down that road. I would love to see a four-way stop put up at Downing and Center Ridge. I'm not exactly sure how people think they can go 55 down that road, but it is an incredible safety concern. Second thing would be, I would love to hear more or have an open discussion at some point in time about possibly legalizing golf carts in the city of Bryan. Again, one of the things that I find is funny after talking with local law enforcement is that children can drive at any rate of speed they want to on those electric scooters legally down the streets without helmets or anything, licenses. However, we are one of the few holdouts in the county that does not allow for golf carts. Even the city of Myrtle Beach allows for it. So obviously there would have to be stipulations. You would want them to be outfitted appropriately. But that is one thing that I would like to, that would be a concern, I guess you would say. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is the clerk treasurer's report. John, would you please?
Yes, council has previously been provided with the financial reports for the month ending June 30th. And we don't have anything to add to those reports unless there are any questions.
Okay.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Judy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes. Item number 4 is an ordinance providing for, or excuse me, is an ordinance. John, would you please number and read?
Yes, ordinance number 29, 2023, an ordinance providing for annual appropriations for the city of Bryan for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2023, and declaring an emergency. The appropriations that are before you, there were a few smaller donations for the amphitheater concert series that are included in here, totaling $2,250. And but the bigger part of the request is a little over $99,000. This would represent the new probation grant. So in 2023 through 2025, what used to be the J-RIG grant and the CCA grant, there were two individual grants that help fund probation. They've combined that into one grant, and it's a 2-year grant as well, as it has been the last 2 years. New grant's effective July 1. So this amount represents the first 2 quarters of that grant, which would get us through the end of the current fiscal year.
A motion to suspend?
Second.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes.
I'll motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes. Next item is another ordinance. John, would you please number and read?
Ordinance number 30, 2023, An ordinance granting an easement on certain city-owned property to Ohio Gas Company for purposes of constructing, laying, relocating, operating, repairing, and maintaining gas pipelines and gas pipeline appurtenances.
Good evening.
Evening.
Ohio Gas needs to run a new connector line. As you can see from that drawing, there's a yellow line with 2 red circles on either end. They're connecting basically from Lynn Street to Portland Street, and it's really tight in that right of way on West Wilson and where it makes the turn there to Center Street, or to Center Street. So rather than go down the middle of the road, they were able to acquire an easement from the 2 properties to the east, basically under the sidewalk or behind the sidewalk on private property. And we own that lot. The city of Bryan owns that lot on the corner there. And they're just requesting a 10-foot easement along the east and south sides of that property to keep their gas line out of the public right of way. And I fully support it, have no issues with it. It's a good place for it. It's out of the way if we ever need to put any other utilities through there. So they presented that to us, and I sent it to the city attorney, and he prepared the legislation, and I'm requesting you approve it.
This is replacing or repairing?
Installing new.
Installing new.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's, go back to that other drawing if you can, Mayor. So where the right circle is, the red circle, there's a gas line that dead ends right there. And if you go to the other end, where that other circle is, there's another gas line that dead ends. So they're just connecting these 2 for looping, so if something happens somewhere else. So it's been needed. It's going to give more flow, more pressure. They've been wanting to do it for a while, and they're actually going to construct it here yet this summer. Hopefully get it done before school starts, knock on wood. So that's why we're asking for this tonight.
I'm struggling to envision where this is.
We call it Center Street, but it's West Wilson.
Yeah, but you said Portland and it's Beach, so it's between.
Oh,
Lynn
Beach,
and
I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah, not Portland, Beach. I'm sorry, sir. Not your block, the next block east.
Block east.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, from Lynn to Beach on West Wilson. I'm sorry.
Gotcha, okay.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
Judy?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes.
And I'll move to approve.
Second.
Jim? John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
and Rick?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Next item is another ordinance. John, please number and read.
Ordinance number 31, 2023, an ordinance approving the collective bargaining agreement between the International Union of Police Associations and the City of Bryan governing patrol officers in the Bryan Police Department.
Council, you have been presented with the agreement that will cover for the patrol officers and detectives that will be effective January 1, 2023 through December 31st, 2025. This was after a few days of negotiations with the patrol. Certainly appreciate their professionalism in the process. Would also like to thank Mr. Leonard, Chief Rusky, Captain Mendez, and Ms. Yaris and Mr. Betts for their contributions to that, as well as Mark Fischel. If you have any questions, let me know, but that was sent to you with your packet to look over. Or any comments from council or anyone else that was.
I have a comment. This was my first time to be on the negotiations, and I want to thank John because he was, anytime I'd have questions and asking, he had an answer for me. I was very impressed with the way things were run, and I did learn a lot of things, so. With that, I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
Judy?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes.
And I'll move to approve.
Second.
Jim?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes. Next item is an ordinance. John, please number and read.
Ordinance number 32, 2023, an ordinance establishing residence requirements for employees of the Bryan Fire Department.
Good evening. In our attempts to try to attract more applicants for part-time and hopefully to apply for full-time positions in the future, we'd like to expand the number of counties that are acceptable for residents, and we're looking to add Paulding County to the current surrounding counties to Williams as currently legislated.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Mary?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Judy?
Yes.
And Rick?
Yes.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Mary,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
and Rick.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is a resolution. John, please number and read.
Yes, resolution number 39, 2023, a resolution to set the employee annual premium rate for health insurance for the period September 1, 2023 through August 31, 2024, and declaring an emergency.
Council, you have been presented with the resolution to set our new agreement for 6.11% increase. We were actually quoted with a double-digit increase, and Mike Curvile was able to work with Medical Mutual to negotiate that down. Certainly appreciate his efforts in that when we were talking through the administrative team for these changes. So we would respectfully request that you approve this resolution.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
John,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
and Rick.
Yes.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Mary,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
and Rick.
Yes.
Not yet.
Next item is another resolution. John, please number and read.
Resolution number 40, 2023, a resolution to accept a $1,200 donation from Bryan Fraternal Order of Eagles to the City of Bryan Fire Department fire donations.
The Eagles have graciously made a donation again to support the HOS alert system that we put into place last year with their donation. This is an annual subscription fee, and they've agreed to help us out with that again. This system has averaged about 150, in the responses that we have, we see somewhere around 10 to 15 vehicles notified every time that we respond out with one of the services has this notification system. The alerting system, we've seen drivers know that we're coming well before they hear the sirens because it's an in-car alert, and it has helped our safety of our response. It also lets them know we're on scene ahead, gives them that forewarning on the in-car warning systems. We've seen an improvement in safety, and we appreciate their donation and hope to continue this program in the future.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
John,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
and Rick.
Yes.
I'll move to approve.
And I'll second.
Jim,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Judy,
Yes.
and Rick.
Yes. Next item is a resolution. Please number and read.
Resolution number 41, 2023, a resolution authorizing a revolving loan fund loan for Saunders Theater Group for the purchase of the building at 144 South Lynn Street to allow for economic expansion.
Council, Saunders is looking to purchase the old Sound Shop, former Sound Shop building downtown right next to their movie theater. Previously in the past, when there was a revolving loan fund granted, it was just through the committee. The state has now required that those be approved through city council as well. So the committee met last week, and then Maumee Valley Planning called me late this afternoon to ask for this resolution to be added for tonight's agenda so that we don't hold up the Saunders and their potential purchase. Would like to remind you that committee also has Councilwoman Leatherman on it, so she has vetted this, but again, it would be for the $65,000 at a 4% interest rate for the term of 20 years would be the payback.
I'll move to suspend.
Do you have, you look
I'll
like you have a
second.
question.
Oh.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, kinda. I mean, it's a, I
Hey,
like.
no, you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I just, is it, to expand the theater? I was more interested, and if that's.
Sure.
If we shouldn't be discussing that, I have no problem retracting that question, but the first thing that comes on my mind is, so are we gonna have like bigger theater things, or?
The bottom, I don't think that we can discuss openly. I'm not
Okay.
exactly sure if that's been completely decided. The above, I think in the interim, they're going to use as an Airbnb as it was a
Oh,
residential
okay.
apartment before.
So you're gonna do
There's
the
gonna be
construction,
some
reconstruction,
renovations.
remodeling, renovation?
Yes.
And this is a loan to assist that?
They have a plan for downstairs, it's just not
They have
public yet.
No, that's okay.
Plan A and a Plan B, so they're
Yeah.
working.
That's why I
on
was
details.
hesitating about
Yes.
even thinking about asking the questions. I
No,
wasn't
and
sure where
it's a
that was
fair
gonna go.
question.
Yeah.
So we are again helping them with the purchase of this building through that revolving loan fund program. But right now, the only thing that we know for sure is that the upstairs will be used for an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Their future plans have yet to be announced.
Well, whatever they use it for would certainly be an improvement. So that was just more of a question
Yeah.
Yes,
of
It will be.
interest than it was anything
That's
else.
set vacant for a long time.
it has. And the one thing I can say about a lot of our downtown business owners that are currently there is they don't like to see empty buildings any more
Sure.
than we do. And it costs them money to keep them empty. So I'm hopeful the Saunders can get something moving in the very near future.
Sorry.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
Jim,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes,
Judy,
Yes,
and Rick.
Yes.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Judy,
Yes,
Mary,
Yes,
Jim,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
and Rick.
Yes.
Now you can go up, chief.
Next item is the test for dispatch.
Good evening, council.
Good
good
evening.
evening.
Asking for permission to test for dispatch. One of the full-time is going to be dropping down to part-time.
I'll
The
make,
current list has been exhausted, correct?
Correct.
And
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Jim,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes,
John,
Yes.
Judy,
yes,
Rick.
Yes. Next item is another permission. Chief Rusky.
Yes, again, we're asking permission to test for patrol officer. The test we had open in June, we did not get any candidates for, so I'm hoping that was due to not having a settled contract with the patrol and a lower starting rate than local area law enforcement. So hopefully with the patrol contract settled, we'll get some more applicants this time.
And Chief, would you like to announce what the starting pay will be for new applicants that
New
are
applicants.
non-lateral transfers?
Yes, new applicant starting pay would be $22.50 from the original $20 we had, previous $20 we had, so.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Judy,
Yes,
Mary,
Yes,
Jim,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
and Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next item is another permission to test, and this is for
I could almost say ditto. We had one applicant for our last test, and we will exhaust that in the following week. We have a resignation next Monday, so I'll have a vacancy, and we'll have exhausted the list as well.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Jim,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes,
John,
Yes.
Judy,
yes,
and Rick.
Yes. Thank you, Chief. Next item is a building permit.
Building permits, plural.
Permits.
Andrew has two of them that I'm running through tonight. One is for Spangler Candy Company. They've got their final permit for their downtown renovation, $1.2 million investment. And the other one is for Insane Image. They're on South Union Street. I think they do auto detailing and windows and car stereos. They're just doing a smaller 800 square foot addition, I think, to help out with their window tinting for a $22,000 investment. So with that, I request you approve.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Judy,
Yes,
John,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Mary,
yes,
and Rick.
Yes.
All right, I'll hand these up to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
And the last item on our agenda is the question is whether we need a meeting for a liquor permit
Yes.
discussion.
Yes, we were mailed this liquor permit for Blueberry Hill, and my recommendation is for council to make a motion to waive the local hearing.
I'll move to waive the hearing.
and I'll second to waive the hearing.
John,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes,
Jim,
Yes.
Judy,
yes,
and Rick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. That exhausts our agenda for this evening. We will be going into executive session, but before we go there, I'd like to go around the room and see if anyone has anything further. Engineering. No, sir. Fire. Police. Parks. Streets. Wastewater. You guys are easy. Did I miss anybody back there? Let's go down to Jim.
Perfect. I just want to say thanks to the Bryan Fraternal Order of Eagles for their donation, and thank those that are invested in our downtown. That's all I got.
Mary.
I would also like to thank the Eagles, the Sodders, Insane Images, and Spanklers. And I would also like to comment, I do think we need to have a conversation sometime about golf carts in the Bryan area. Because I know I've had some people in my ward have asked about it, so I think it's something we might want to talk about sometime.
John?
Yeah, for a lot of it, it's just ditto the thanking for the Fraternal Order of Eagles, for the fire department donation, Spanglers, of course, as they continue to invest in Bryan on an ongoing basis. Mr. Rojan, is that right? Of Insane Images? Is that good? Okay. Didn't want to butcher too much. Thanking him for also for an investment, and actually, and also for Blueberry Hill for looking to expand their business and their business opportunities in Bryan. And I believe that's it.
Okay, thank you. Judy?
Pretty much ditto. My only other thing, the Eagles, and also always happy to have building permits anytime we have those. I would also like to thank you for coming. We have no way of knowing people on streets that are going like lickety-split. I do know they go down my street like that.
Yeah.
But unless somebody comes and tells us, we have no clue. So we appreciate that a lot.
Two children there at the corner. I'm not even worried about Center Road, honestly. It's Downing because they used to cut between South
Yeah.
and Center Street. And especially a lot of construction, I've seen these dump trucks flying down there well over 20, I don't even radar gun to tell you, they're going over 25 miles per hour and then slamming their brakes on. But it's a hazard. It honestly is a huge safety issue on Downing Drive.
And what I've done in
Thank
the
you for
past
that.
is, I'm sorry.
I just said we thank you for that, because if we don't live on that street, we don't know it, so we appreciate that.
What I've done in the past, especially when other people in my ward have asked that, is I've asked them to contact the chief of police, and they've actually set people there from time to time and will get some general survey for that piece. If that has not been done, I would presume, based on tonight's meeting, that probably will be done. Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's something to remember in the future. They're really receptive to that. They were very receptive to that, to my constituents when they asked that.
Is that it? Does BPA have anything that they would like to add at this time? Anyone from BPA? No? All I have, a lot of the same things that everyone else has mentioned. I certainly always am happy to see the investment in our community. I appreciate that from the Saunders, from, of course, Spangler Candy, and from Insane Image, and I want to thank them for that. I appreciate the Eagles and their fine donation. I appreciate that. Sounds like that money is working for the city, doing some good things, so I appreciate that. I want to thank those people that were involved with the negotiation process. That can be a tough job, and thank you for that, and glad things went well with that, and also in negotiating a good health plan. 6% may sound like a lot, but I know a lot of places are a lot higher than that. We've been very blessed with our ability to work with the health insurance. As far as the golf carts, it's interesting that that subject was brought up because there's been some discussion about that lately. I know the question was asked and answered a number of years ago, but it's probably time that we at least take another look at that and, see what the issues were at that time and like I say, take another look at it. So I appreciate you bringing that forward to us.
This is probably more common with police chief, this lady that drives around a golf cart assures me that she took it to the police station and had it inspected. And she drives around all the time, and I said, that's interesting. Yeah, it's like, oh, the police station, I'm like, did I miss something? And they're like, we have no idea what she's talking about. And so that's really why I came tonight. I'm like, well, maybe an open discussion is important, so.
Appreciate that. Thank you. If no one has anything further, then I'd like to invite the Board of Public Affairs, and we'll be going into executive session to discuss acquisition of property and the employment and compensation of a public employee. Thank you all for coming.